I am rockin' with B-Rock.
I'm rocking with B-Rock.
I'm rocking with B-Rock.
Tessie and I are rocking with B-Rock.
We're rocking with B-Rock!
We
We are Shotgun Superstars, rocking with B-Rock.
I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Jim. And we're rocking with B-Rock.
Rocking with B-Rock!
We are Asphalt Valentine, and you are rocking with B-Rock.
Rocking with B-Rock! Ready to rock with B-Rock!
Hey, this is Paul Liddell from Dangerous Toys and Dirty Looks, and I'm rocking with B-Rock.
With B-Rock!
I'm rocking with B-Rock.
With B-Rock, and I'm looking forward to fight.
Hey, it's Jeff from American Jet Set, and you're rocking with B-Rock. Because you're smart. You got good taste.
Hey, we're here again. Sunday night, a rare Sunday night one. Couldn't do yesterday. I had 2 Christmas parties to go to, and I kind of spaced about them. And the wife's like, "How are you doing a podcast when we're not even going to be home?" Okay, so good thing everybody was able to make it work tonight because I wanted to get it done. Well, not get it done, just get it on. I mean,
Absolutely.
I knew you guys wanted to do it, and I wanted to do it, and get it going.
Wait.
Okay, we are doing this thing called, for everybody that doesn't know, we do this. What's her name? Pamela is not here. She is with her mom. Her mom is not doing well, so she has family issues going on. And completely understand, but she is here, and she says sitting with mom watching. So, hi, Pamela.
Hi, Pam.
Hi, Pam.
But we're here. We do this every now and then. I'm going to do more and more as we get closer. This is the second one in like 2 weeks. Try to get everybody on that wants to be on. I got probably a couple more scheduled for the upcoming weeks. But today we have Scott Strickland. And we have Derik Novak that are, 3, 4, 5-time cruisers. They got more under their belt than me, which I'm only a 2-time cruiser. But we do this every so often. We do it just to get to know each other before we get on the boat. Everybody get to know, if you're watching, you get to know these guys. And when you see them on the boat, you grab them by the arm. You say, "Hey, man, you're a star. You were on the TV, man. And I like Iron Maiden, too." And then you got a conversation.
There you go.
I do it just to get to know everybody and kind of answer questions because people always have questions. Hey, Roberta Gibbons is in here. And she says, "Hi, Mike and Scott."
Hey, Bobby.
She's going to be on one coming up. I have a feeling I'm going to drag her in again because I got one coming up that is going to be really cool. And I think she'd fit right in with this. But anyway, let's get started with this. Scott, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, where you live, just whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to tell us about. Tell us about it.
Right. I'm Scott. Well, Scott Strickland. I usually go by Scotty. I am one of the A team. I live in Canada. Currently,
I was going to break groups up, so if you're affiliated with some group, let us know.
I also tend to be on the Zoom a lot with Dave and his big bad dog bar.
Yes.
But yeah, I live up currently. I'm in Fort St. John, BC, which is northern Canada. I think I'm about an 11-hour drive from the Alaska border or something like that.
Holy shit.
I live off the Alaska highways, so but it's not too bad. I know everyone kind of goes and cringes.
Wow.
It's only, I'm trying to remember the conversion. I think it's only like minus 11 Fahrenheit right now.
Only? He said only. And it's warm today.
That's not. Last year we had minus 58 with the wind chill.
Keep it.
You don't go outside a lot for that at all.
Keep it.
Exactly. Keep it.
That's right.
Holy
I
shit.
suffer, so you guys don't have to.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
Appreciate that.
You keep it up there, buddy. I mean, we don't need that shit down here.
This going on the 22. This is gonna be my fourth one. I was on the 14, 15, and 18, and that's where we got to meet there, Mike. So
yes, on 18.
Yeah, and just amazing times. I really can't wait to get back on that boat because it's just amazing, just amazing.
I was just talking to Neil Limsang yesterday on the phone, and me and him were talking the same thing. We just really need to get on this boat. We don't care, and we were talking. I told him I am not a mask guy. I hate that mandate. I can't stand masks, but to get on this boat, if you want me to wear a mask inside of a fucking show, I'm in. I don't care at this point, man. I mean, yeah, it's my choice to get on that boat and put the mask on. You're not telling me to. That's in my mind. But because if I believe you're telling me to, then I'm not going to want to do it. But we're so ready to get on that boat, we don't really care. But Larry, if you're listening, please don't have a mask mandate. We don't want it.
I don't think it's his choice. But
yeah, would it be up to him, or would that be on the cruise?
No, it's not up to him. It's up to Royal,
unfortunately.
Yeah, and whether they royally enforce it, who knows?
Right.
I see Bobby talking about me moving to Minnesota. It's like southern Canada, so you never know.
53 degrees. Who's that? I got to check over here. That's Pam Crockett. I got to check over here because when they don't use their name over here, it doesn't show. It just shows his Facebook user. So log out, log back in, and let them use your name. If you are joining us in the chat, if you log out and then log back in and click that box that says allow StreamYard to use your name will show up right here. I have to say that every time because people don't. The box is a little hard to see. Your names are up, but people in the chat. Derik.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, where you're at, what you're going through. Anything.
I live in Louisville, Kentucky.
Nice.
I work in the printing industry. Just a regular old rock and roll fan. Try and get to as many shows as I can, but that's typically not as many as I want.
Never is.
Busy. I have 4 kids total. My 2 younger ones are major athletes, so a lot of time and money goes their way. But
yep,
I did score maiden tickets the other day, so I was pretty stoked about that.
Very nice.
That's
so
awesome.
I'll be seeing them in Columbus, Ohio next year.
Nice. God, they're so good. I mean,
yeah,
to be around as long as they have and to still be the bar. To me, they are the bar. I mean, that's where the bar is at. Their whole stage production, their whole the way they sound. Bruce's voice is still incredibly amazing.
Yeah, he's still in top shape.
Right, and the way
really the whole band is really
right. The way they play is just like you sit there in the audience and you realize this is live. This isn't on record. And how the fuck are they doing? They don't use the backing tracks and shit like that. So they say, but I don't believe they do.
I've only seen them one other time, so I want this might be their last tour. I don't know, so I wanted to make sure I see them one last time.
You never know, dude. If anything is proven that to us lately, with like our idols and our heroes dying. I mean, you just never know.
Right.
Tom Petty goes, you never knew it.
Sure. Dusty
Hill goes, you didn't know it. I mean, you're just like, you got to see them when you can.
Yeah.
And that's what me and the wife are doing now. I mean, we may not be able to afford it, but
exactly.
We try.
Exactly.
I mean, you got to try. And you just never know. And we're just trying to see whoever we can for as long as we can.
Yeah. So I've been on 4 cruises. 15 was my first one. It was a great time. That was a huge experience. That was my first cruise and my first Monsters of Rock cruise. So I literally ran myself ragged.
Right.
Then I went on 2016, the West Coast. That was another good time. saw a show at the Whiskey the night before we disembarked, so that was cool.
Oh wow!
Saw Stephen Piercy play at the Whiskey,
dude.
And then they had the Rat reunion on board the next day. As soon as we all got on board the ship, Rat played. That was very cool.
That'd be incredible. Everybody talks about that.
Yeah,
how cool that was. It's like, damn it. Wish I could have been there.
I remember they were supposed to be on the 14 one, but they broke up 2 weeks before the cruise.
Seems like how it goes with them anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry
to interrupt you there, brother.
Oh, you're good. I was having some sound issues, but yeah, then I went on 2019, 2020, both great times. I mean,
19 was great. Oh my God. Oh,
Eclipse. Yeah. Oh, right.
Fucking Eclipse. Just wow.
Yeah, they were a great addition. And then Heat, in 20.
Wow.
I mean, these young bands coming from Sweden, they can give these older bands a run for their money.
Dude, you ain't lying.
I mean, and there's nothing wrong with, the guys that have been doing it for 30 years, but, it'd be tough for somebody to follow a band like Heat.
Right? It's nice that they're keeping the music alive over there.
Oh,
I was very, very, very hesitant to start listening to anything that come out of Europe. I found Crazy Licks and I found Heat way back in like 2012 or something like that. Way back when. But I didn't really listen to them too much because in my mind, I was like, I'll never be able to see them live, so why waste my fucking time?
Right.
I'm a live person. I like to see it. There's only so much you can do listening to them.
You can't listen to everybody.
Right. And I'm like, so I just was like, and I was all about American, but man, it just was like, once I started diving, it was like, oh my God. And then this, and then that, and then it leads over here. You go down that wormhole on YouTube and just find all kinds of shit.
Right.
It's really good. And I'm glad I was getting them on the boat.
Right. At first, the European bands were a little bit of an acquired taste. Like I had to kind of grow into it just because it's very, they use melody. So there's just so much,
right.
Versus some of the stuff over here in the States. So it had to kind of grow on me. A lot of keyboards, a lot of lush kind of symphonic keyboards come from, some of them.
Right.
Oh yeah. But it's good stuff. It's worth checking out.
But it is worth checking out because, man, I mean, and I dealt when I had Eric Martinson on. I was like, I talked to him and I said, to be honest with you, I didn't really dive into you guys until you were announced for 2019. And then I like to check out every band, kind of like I do this, the Meet the Band thing, is so that everybody, you get a taste of what, about them beforehand so you don't miss them in case you wanted to.
Right.
The worst thing is getting off that boat going, oh my God, I missed them. And these guys were really good. Well, we try to give them, hey, check these guys out. So I told him, I said, I checked you out. First time I put you in, I didn't make it through the first song. I was like, this ain't for me. And then another time I said, I got to the second song, I took it off again. I was like, I just couldn't. He's laughing. He's like, oh, thanks. I'm like, and and then the third time I said, something clicked, and that CD, which one, Monumentum, has been in my CD player for years. It just doesn't come out. And he's like, well, thank you. And I'm like, sometimes it takes a couple times. And then, then I caught him on the boat. I made sure I went to that first show on Sunday night, 11 o'clock in the theater. And oh my God, was it good.
Yeah. Yeah, they were really good.
Very good. So, but, hey, you got to catch who you can catch. You got to give these European bands some love. They're doing it.
Right.
Hey,
give them a chance. Give them some love.
Yep. Now, Scott, who in Europe, the European bands, who are you checking out right now?
It's kind of all over the place. I've been listening to Crazy Licks for a couple of years now.
Yeah,
a little bit more their older stuff, but I'm getting back into it. I don't dabble as much as I should, but after 2018 with like Pink Cream 69,
right,
and then hearing about bands like Eclipse and Heat, and just hearing all the people from the boat talk about them, I've been starting to add those songs to my my collection. And yeah, it's one of the things that you take, like you said, there's some that you hear that first time and you're like, maybe not, but then you get in there and all of a sudden you're cranking out a 3-hour playlist of their tunes,
right? You just dive bomb into them and you're like, where did the whole day go?
Yeah. I was super excited when they announced that Crazy Licks was going to be on the boat. Dude,
you ain't lying.
Yep.
I was jumping up and freaking down. I'm like, oh my God, I can't fucking believe it. Just that's why this has to happen. I mean, and I don't care if it takes me getting over to Europe and smuggling these guys out of there. If it takes that, they've got to get on this boat. I mean, I think they're going to own it. I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to own this boat. They will be the band people are talking about. And I have an idea in case anybody's listening from the Crazy Licks camp, which I know they're all listening. They tune into this all the time. This is their favorite show. They tell
all
me
the time.
Every day. I get messages from them going, when are you going to be live again? I can't wait. And, there's a hot new artist over there, Ches Kane, that Danny Rexon from Crazy Licks found and is producing and helping her with her albums and just absolutely. So I have a little challenge for him. Danny, get Ches on the boat and then have her on stage to do like a song or two.
Sure.
Hey, then you got Ches on there, get her introduced to the boat, then Larry gets her on next year because she's so fucking good.
Right. It's a bonus.
That's it. Hey, I'm just throwing it out there.
Sure.
But hey, and it's just he does a very good job of Larry does a very good job of rotating bands. I mean,
sure.
There's only so many you can work with, but what he does year in and year out, I mean, it's got me hooked to where I mean,
it's obvious at this point the bands that love doing it, because I'm sure he throws offers out to twice as many bands as what's on the cruise.
Right.
Some of those guys don't like to be out on cruise ships.
Right.
Some of them,
like Blackie Lawless, will not go on a cruise ship.
Yeah, Coverdale is not a cruise ship guy.
Not a cruise ship guy.
There's a lot of them that they won't get on ships, but
I wonder if he ever sneaks one in as a surprise on land concert for a pre-party.
That would be nice.
That would be cool.
That would be sweet.
That would be freaking sweet. Blackie Lawless at pre-party.
Because they kind of did that with Yngwie, didn't they? He didn't go on the boat, but he played the pre-party.
Yeah.
Yes. I boycotted him because he's a dick.
He is.
I just don't like him. I mean, I thought about having a podcast and getting him on and just, but I'll make sure he's a no-show because I'm not even in good contact.
Yeah, he would be way too much to tolerate.
I'm just
I
am a fan, but I know where you guys are coming from.
Oh yeah,
I'll listen to his music.
Oh yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing, hands down. But
shove the band over here in the corner, and then you're over here taking 7/8 of the stage. That's a little wrong, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. Yeah. When I saw that at pre-party, I'm like, "Ha!" and I walked away. I was like, I love him. I think his music is great, but it's just, come on, get over yourself, dude. We're all in this boat together. Nobody's any better than anybody else. Except Iron Maiden, they're better than anybody.
Right. We on the West Coast cruise in 16. They had the Rat reunion, and then Mr. Big played after them before we even left the port.
Right.
Because none of those guys were staying on the ship, so both of those bands played back to back, and then they got off, and then we left the port late that night.
Somebody said that last week, I think it was Jen or Jessica was saying that, the boat left late, way late. And they think it was because somebody, bands had to get off. And then Rat wasn't able to go all the way out and stay the whole cruise. They had to play and then get off because they had shows to do.
Yeah.
So like, wow, okay, I didn't know that. I mean, you're expecting leaving at 4 and you're like 9 o'clock and we're still here. What's going on?
Yeah, it was really late that night before we shipped out.
Hey, to get Rat, I guess I'd deal with it. They're one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a great show.
But okay, now favorite bands, not necessarily cruise band, but your favorite all-time band, one or two, Derik.
I got to go Van Halen, Led Zeppelin.
Nice.
Stuff,
Cool.
Kiss. I grew up, I became a Kiss fan when I was in second grade in 1978-ish.
Nice.
And
Destroyer.
Yeah, we, for a while between my mom's house and my dad's house, they each had extensive record collections. So, I have memories of listening to Zeppelin when I was just, like 3 or 4, and digging that. So I've just always been a rock fan. I kind of got out of Kiss and got into like Van Halen and Rush, kind of right before junior high. And then my parents kind of went through a Christian stage where we got into church real heavy. So I had to secretly listen to, secular rock bands when nobody was around. But then I got into, obviously Stryper. I'm a huge Stryper fan, even still to this day. And all, those other Christian metal bands like White Cross and Bloodgood, Barren Cross, Shout, they were all regulars in my cassette deck back in the day.
Oh, hell yeah. Music is music.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, music is music. Yeah. I'll listen to Stryper and I'll listen to King Diamond.
Sure.
One talks about God, the other one talks about not God.
Right.
It's like, whatever. I don't care. I mean, it's not, I don't base my, I have my beliefs, but I love music. So, and sometimes my music goes, doesn't really portray my beliefs, which it's just, I don't care.
At the end of the day, it's just good music, you like what you
like.
Good
music, you like what you like, And a lot of us, we say we don't really listen to the lyrics, which I don't, but I do. I know them all.
Sure.
But it's more about music, what moves you. Some songs are all about the lyrics. Sometimes you're not. What about you, Scott?
I grew up in, having an older brother. He had quite a big music influence on me. Starting off with the AC/DCs, and you'd hear Kiss every now and then. But my brother got me into Y&T early. But
nice.
there was one band that he introduced me to that as soon as I heard Love Ain't No Stranger, I've been a diehard Whitesnake fan ever since. And this was back before everything kind of blew up for them. But I heard Love Ain't No Stranger, and I was like, what was this? Mm-hmm. And then Y&T, Winger, just from seeing them on the ship, Tesla, those guys are just awesome. Recently, one of my favorite bands, and mainly because of the cruise, is Bisto Blanco.
Oh yeah,
absolutely love those guys. I can't wait to see them on the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
I've traveled, where I live. The next real place that has a big venue for that is about 7 hours away.
Jesus.
So I drove to Edmonton and Calgary. So if I drove from Edmonton, from where I live to Calgary, it's roughly about a 12-hour drive. But I went to their stops in Edmonton and Calgary to see them because they were just so amazing.
Damn.
And
Damn.
And what
that's diehard there.
And with Whitesnake, I flew from Vancouver, Canada to London, England to see them with Def Leppard.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. What year was that?
Oh, God. That was 2008, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be cool, man. That would be very cool.
It was amazing. I had like, I wouldn't say nosebleed seats, but I was at the back of the at the stadium in London, and I still loved it. They blew Def Leppard out of the water.
Holy crap!
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
At that stage of the game, yeah. I mean, to be honest, Whitesnake has basically remained consistent where Def Leppard has went, they High and Dry and Pyromania.
Right. But Def Leppard shows lately are just so sterile.
They are, and it's all about.
There's no interaction between any of the guys on stage. There's no spontaneity whatsoever.
Nope. And the songs are all top 40 hits.
Right. And that's great. I mean, I love those songs.
Right.
But the show is just complete color by number.
It kind of, you're right. I do get that. I saw him with Journey, and it was like, this is like 2019, I think it was. And it was just like, it didn't, I've seen him back in the day for Pyromania and for, what was it, Hysteria, and it was just blowing out the box shows. And I'm like, wow. Yeah. And now to see him, it's like, and don't tell me it's because you're getting old or whatnot, because you look at Iron Maiden and they're just killing it.
Right.
So don't tell me that. It's just you're going through the motions. To me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good time. If you go to the show, it's a good time. The songs are great. I love the songs. They bring you back to your youth, but the show itself is just very robotic, mechanical.
Right. Now I'm hoping this stadium tour is a little different. They're up against like Motley Crue and Poison, which Poison bring it every night. They're gonna set the bar. I'm sorry. Motley Crue's got a lot to, they're great. Def Leppard.
Yeah. If I was gonna go to that, I would go see Poison and then just leave.
I might.
To be honest with you.
I mean, they're gonna be the party band. They are going, you got CC and Brad, they're just Ricky just gonna ain't nothing gonna hold them three back.
No.
But you're gonna play a lot of catch up with them, Def Leppard wise and Motley Crue wise, because I mean, come on. It's just the way it is.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Joan Jett. Absolutely, Bob.
Oh yeah, Joan Jett would be cool too.
Oh, absolutely. Joan Jett. Seen her with Heart.
I saw that. I saw that tour too. Was that
God.
Oh,
she was so good. I'm like, holy crap, she's still so good.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, it looks good. Heart was great, and it just, it was a spur of the moment thing. Buddy of mine, Steve Larman, I was at work, and he messages me, and he's like, "Hey man, I got 2 tickets to Heart and Joan Jett and Charlotte tonight. I can't go, but he's like, I got 4 tickets. You and your wife want to go?" I'm like, I can't. I mean, I'm at work right now. I can't. We'll never make it. And I had to get up early the next day to get on a plane to go to Pittsburgh to go see Iron Maiden. And I'm like, I can't do this. There's no way. But then I thought about it. I'm like, I'm fucking doing it. So I text the wife. I said, get ready, because when I get home, we're gone. And we drove up and drove back that night because I had a plane to catch. But it was like so worth it, because man, it was so good. And it's just, I was drained on the plane that I had to go fly here, but it was just, Joan Jett did so good, and Heart was so. It's just one of the things where you just jump in the car and say, screw it.
Cool. Yeah.
And get some sleep later on down the road.
Right. Right.
But yeah, she's going to be really good. Joan Jett should be on the boat. I mean, one of these days, maybe she just don't like cruises, but one of these days we got to get her on the boat. I mean,
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
I agree. Totally agree.
What was your best year, Mark? Scott? Which one was the one that stands out? You're like, this absolutely, and why?
15 was awesome. 2018 beats it out by just by a little bit, because I won a guitar.
I remember this.
Yeah, there was one of the raffles that they had at the pre-party, and I won an autographed ESP Les Paul, or ESP LP, I guess is what they're calling it. And yeah, just completely just blown away. And that was just like, Just remember hearing Eddie Trunk say my name at the pre-party.
Right.
Like, holy shit.
I was like, wait a minute, I've heard of that guy. I was like, that son of a bitch. You know, I was like, damn, man, he wanted a guitar. But yeah, that was really cool. I remember, I'll never forget that. I was like,
yeah,
that's a cool guitar.
That's one
I'm
of my.
surprised it ain't hanging behind you and you're showing it off like, haha, look what I got.
I actually haven't had it out. The thing is, they gave me a case for it and and everything. I actually haven't had it out of the case. It's got to be at least 2 years. It's
good.
I've just kind of got it there because I do eventually want to get a nice little thing like instead.
Right.
Not that I don't want to have Joe hanging behind me there, but to have some nice case to put it in, to put it on a wall.
Right, like a shadow box thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Because as much as I'd love to try and play it, because I can't play a note, a couple of the artists have signed, like they've signed on the neck and they've signed on the fretboard and all that. And I'm like, even if I try to play it, I don't want to damage any of those signatures.
Right. Oh, absolutely. There's no way I'd play that. That would be locked, stocked away, not even hanging on the wall until it was in a shadow box. No dust, no nothing. You're doing it right. It's locked away. Every now and then bring it out and say, look, but bring it back in.
Yep.
Which for you, which one, Derik, was your absolute favorite?
Probably 15, my first one.
Nice.
Just, I mean, being that my first time aside, the lineup that year was huge. Europe, which I'd never seen before. Crocus, I'd never seen them before. Black Star Riders was on there. Who else? Oh, John Corabi did the Motley '94 album in its entirety.
Oh wow!
I mean, the bang for your buck that year was 1,000%. And just so many other bands I can't even recall. Night Ranger was on that year.
Everybody loves Night Ranger. I mean, Night Ranger is one of them. You add them to a bill and you get 1,000 people that go.
Yeah, and just meeting, I met people from all over the U.S., all over the world. Canada. It was just a huge experience. There was a lot to take in. So that that one will always stand out as my favorite.
I think that's why 18 stands out as my favorite, even though I've only been on 2, 18 and 19.
Mm-hmm.
But Thunder was on there and they absolutely owned it. And it was like, wow. And it just your first time for anything, you'll remember it. And it's just like 18 was like magical, man. It was something.
Yeah.
You just meet so many people and you get to hang out and this and that. And, it's just nothing's better. Nothing's better than this cruise. Yeah. We were just explaining it to somebody last night going, got to get your cabin. It's only 2 months away. And they're like, you just told me about this. It's like, you get so passionate. I know you guys are probably the same way. You bring it up and you're just like, you've got to go, man. You've got to go to this, And, I got people that are going that, I tell them about it and they go, okay, I'll check out the next time.
It becomes a point of reference in conversations a lot.
Yes.
Conversations that don't even start about music or a cruise will somehow, if they go on long enough, will circle back to a Monsters of Rock cruise.
And you are absolutely right.
Yeah.
That is absolutely the way it goes. I could sit there at a picnic with 80-year-old dudes and just be like, hey, you got to go on this cruise, man. You got to check this shit out. I was getting my booster shot today. And the girl's like, hey, here you go. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm getting this. I only got vaccinated to go on a cruise. She goes, just to go on a cruise? I'm like, oh, it's a rock cruise. It's called a rock cruise. And
it's just like, not any cruise.
And I'm like, and she's like, okay, you're done. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But it's like, any way to talk about it, it seems we just make sure we talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fun. It's just people.
I was at a Comic-Con in Calgary and I was wearing my Monsters of Rock cruise shirt and I was doing a photo op with Patrick Warburton. He's the guy who does Joe on Family Guy and he used the and that and he used to do the Enterprise commercials. And he walked up and he's like, Monsters of Rock. Right on. And then he's like, that's that rock cruise, right? The one with all like the metal bands. And I'm like, hell yeah. And he was like,
Let's chat.
Let's get a picture.
Exactly. You know, and you got to talk about it. I mean, it consumes your whole year.
Mm-hmm,
Once you get off, you're like, when can I get back on?
Yeah.
And can you do 2 a year, Larry? You know, because I'd really love it. I'm never going to be able to afford it, but I'd love to try. You know, or do a land one like he's doing with Monsters on the Mountain now.
Yeah.
You know,
did you go to that?
I did not make it. I had plans to go to something else, and that fell through too, so I didn't make either.
Yeah, I went 2 of the 3 days. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and you're in Louisville, Kentucky, so you.
Yeah, it's like 4 hours for me.
Yeah, and then one of the bands, one of my favorite bands right now is Native Sons.
Native Sons, yes, yeah.
They're in Louisville, Kentucky, man.
Yep.
I mean, and they are really, really hitting it right now.
Yeah, they're good.
They are so good.
Yeah.
I got a chance to hear a couple of their new tunes, and oh my god, dude, they are just.
They're cool. They're cool.
Very nice guys. I mean, I'm sure you catch them quite a bit being there in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, they play. I miss them more than I catch them.
Right.
I'm actually an acquaintance of Ashton's girlfriend.
Sandy.
Sandy, because she's been on the cruise. So I've met Ashton. And like we all have mutual friends here in town. So, when we see each other, it's like, hey, how are you?
And both of them, Sandy and Ashton, are fantastic people.
Oh yeah,
I love them both to death. I mean, unbelievable. And they're going on the cruise. I'm like, cool, we get to hang out. They're like, oh fuck. And I gotta avoid him for a while, but
no, they're good people. They are good people.
Fantastic. And I love them, because they're like Halloween all year round.
Yeah,
their house. Ashton took me on like a camera tour.
Yeah, they're big.
I'm like, no shit. But yeah, he's big into it. Both of them are big into that.
Yeah, they love it.
Hell yeah. Favorite port that you guys have been to? Which stands out that you go, man, I'd love to go back here, or what port?
Mine would be Catalina Island. That was on the 2016 on the West Coast. That was pretty cool. Unfortunately, I didn't spend a lot of time there. I got off by myself and just kind of walked around, but it's a place that I thought I would love to come and spend a week.
Right.
I say a lot of cool shops, and kind of reminded me of like an island you might see, off the coast of Greece, or something like that. Just everything's kind of up on the side of a cliff or a hill.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I have to put that on my list of places to check out.
Yeah, and you don't need a passport to get there. It's
right.
It's just right off the coast of California. So, I definitely want to get back there.
Mine goes back to 2014. Like, there's been some really cool ports, but I think it was just the experience of it all. 2014 was. I can never remember the name of the island. It's one of the. I don't think it's a Royal Caribbean island. I'd want to say Coco Cay, but that's not it. But it was one of the Cocos. And it was like, had all these nice little shops, and then you go walk out and you walk onto the beach, and they had this pirate ship on the beach, and like a full-on pirate ship. The inside of the pirate ship had been turned into a bar, and they had taken a piece out of the side, and they turned that into like a little stage. So, and this was like the year that I started it was my first year, and I went out there without my brother, and I was just walking along meeting people, and I met awesome people like Matt Florio, Tony Garcia, and all these guys just from walking around.
Tony.
Love Tony, man.
Somebody's got it right here. Who come up with it?
I'm hanging with him a couple days before the cruise this year. Me and him are sharing a room before hitting
Donnie
the boat.
Sheffer.
You and Tony are?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's gonna be awesome.
He said that's Half Moon K.
Half Moon K. There we go.
Yep.
And
Donnie said it. Yep.
There was London Choir Boys were playing an acoustic. Pretty sure Great White played an acoustic there too.
They on a pirate ship. Fuck.
Yeah. It's just awesome just standing there. And, this is my first real kind of ocean. Like, I've been to both sides of Canada, the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans, but I'd never seen that kind of crystal blue water before.
Right.
And just so many awesome people that I met that day. And just standing there and seeing all these people just sitting there and, bopping away. And no, it sounds goofy to say bopping away, but up there hearing Spike belt out, some of the classics with an acoustic guitar from a pirate ship.
Nice.
A pirate ship.
Nice.
God. We gotta go back there. I mean, come on.
That would be awesome.
I need to see this place. That would be cool. Now, there was one we went to, I think it was in the Bahamas, where we went. It wasn't on Monsters of Rock, but it was in 2020 we took our daughter, or 2019 we took our daughter on a Sweet 16 cruise, and it was a normal cruise, which sucked really bad. And it's never going to be good anymore. But we went out, and it was like there was a wrecked ship over here, and I'm like, wow, look at that! It's just sitting there, right there on the beach, just wow. And they were talking about it. I think it was in the Bahamas, and they're like, yeah, this that's an actual pirate ship that never blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, okay, okay, whatever. But it was so cool, and I'm like, man, that if you put like 2 bands on there, man, and just a bar, then we're in. That would be cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now, if you guys, you weren't on 2020. Either one of you on 2020?
Yes, I was.
You was. Did you get off on Cozumel?
Was that the second one?
I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, a bunch of us got off.
Did you just beach it, or did you do an excursion? Because
we walked. A bunch of us. We just walked, probably 5 or 6 miles. I mean, it seemed like forever. Mm-hmm. If anybody in that group is listening right now, I'll have another 10 minutes. Was all. That's all we said was another 10 minutes. We'll be back. Another 10 minutes. Well, I think we walked 10, or it seemed like we walked 10 miles. Really? Well, it was cool. We stopped, had some, some local food there, some tacos and some local beer. Just, it was kind of cool just walking, because you're right there on the ocean. Yeah, it was a good time.
All right. That's just one place I depending on the band schedule, and my wife's fighting me on this. It depends on if I get off the ship or if I don't get off the ship. If the Jet Boy was playing one year when we stopped at Haiti, and I'm like, I'm not getting off.
Right.
I'm going to see Jet Boy. And it's just like, okay, she got off in Haiti. She ended up getting very drunk. One of my friends had to bring her back. So yeah, she has a great time. It's no big deal, but it's like, okay, I can't let you off the ship all by yourself anymore, which is not true. She can do whatever she wants, but it's just I cannot. If I know there's a band playing that I need to see, I cannot even. If I was to get off the ship, I'd never have a good time.
Right.
I'm hoping I can get off on Cozumel because I do want to check it out. That's one of the reasons why I was so bummed out about missing 2020 was Cozumel and Belize. I just want to get to Belize one of these days, and hopefully we go back soon.
Yeah, Belize. I didn't get off in Belize, but I did go to Cozumel.
Okay, yeah, cool. Hey, so anybody that's going this year, once some excursions go up, let's figure out what we're doing. Get a big group of us is something. I mean,
yeah,
something. I like them pretty much. I've only ever done beaching. I never really did anything. I wanted to do the zip line in Haiti, and I didn't do it. I kind of kicked myself in the ass for not doing it.
Yeah, I wanted to do that also.
I had friends that did that. I loved it. Yeah, but we'll go back probably. Not this year. Not this year.
No.
I don't want to go back this year. I don't want to end up in,
No.
I don't think I'm safe because nobody's gonna pay $1 million for me. Kidnap me all you want. You ain't getting shit. They're gonna pay you to keep me.
Yeah. I'm not worth anything.
So don't I ain't go to Haiti all day long and walk the streets and nothing will ever happen.
Yeah.
They'll be like, fuck that guy. But now best performance. Any band will be taking over one of the local establishments. Okay, before we get to that, Bobby Givens says, looks like the Big Bad Bar. That is Dave Stabley's, which he's going to be on a future one. Stay tuned. It's almost settled. Sounds like the Big Bad Bar will be taking over one of the local establishments in Cozumel again. Sweet.
Woohoo!
Cool. Yeah, that's good news, everybody. Now book your cabins, get on the boat.
That's right.
Well, it doesn't matter about the bands, the Big Bad Bar, oh my God, I can never say it. The Big Bad Dog Bar will be opening in Cozumel once again.
Sweet.
Thank you for the info there, Bobby. You rock. Okay, best performance out of all the morks you've been on, blah, 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 blah. What is that one band? And this is one band only. One band that has just, two bands. Two bands that totally knocked your shit off. I mean, you were like, oh my God.
For me, it was Pretty Maids.
Really?
Oh my God. 2016, they were. I wasn't even going to stay and watch them. I wasn't familiar with their music really at all. And they were setting up and coming on, and Rich Dillon and a couple other my Canadian friends. I'm sure you guys know Rich.
Love Rich.
Oh yeah,
Rich is a great guy.
Yeah, they said no, let's stay and watch, and they pretty much, they blew the pool stage apart. It was unbelievable.
Pretty Maids is fantastic. They are very good.
They were way better than I anticipated.
Right. And that's why you do this. That's why you go see it, because you never know. You might not know this band, but you stop in, take in 2 songs. And then, man, sometimes you're there the whole way and you're like, huh. Right. The Pretty Maids and anybody else? Yeah, I give you 2.
One more that was a big surprise for me on the 2015 cruise was Derik St. Holmes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I didn't. Yeah, and he played, all of his Nugent songs and some of his solo stuff, and he had some members of Lita Ford's band. He had Joe Hoekstra get up and play, with him. It was huge. It was a great set.
I love them jams where somebody gets up, because that doesn't happen anywhere else. When you've got all these artists in one place, you just never know what's going to happen.
Right.
You have them all sitting there talking to each other. Hey man, how about you come up on stage with my band and we'll just jam?
Right.
Boom. And it's only one time is it ever going to happen. It's going to happen right there. Get your camera ready.
Yeah. And that was another one that I didn't really have, not that I thought the performance was going to be bad. I thought, well, maybe I could stick around for a minute and then go see something else. And we wound up watching the whole set. It was amazing.
Right. Exactly. Scott.
2. One. 2. I'm going to sneak a third, a real quick.
Oh, whatever. It's the Scott Strickland show, people. It's his rules.
It's about damn time you knew that. No, I'm kidding. I knew they already rocked, but I'd never seen them live. But 2014, when I first saw YNT.
Oh, wow.
I was just like, holy crap. Just every other time I'd seen them, it was just always that awesome, that great, that crisp, that energy. And kind of to piggyback on that for the 2018 cruise, when that same night the YNT played Pink Cream 69.
Pre-party.
Yeah. I had not heard them. I don't think I researched any of their music beforehand, but I was sitting there going like, "Oh my god, these guys are fantastic!"
Right?
Like they literally knocked me on my butt. I was just like, "Holy crap, these guys are good!" And then Beasto Blanco, there we go. I snuck it in there.
Yep. Beasto Blanco. I mean, and I was not a huge Beasto fan, and I'm like, because they're kind of a band that. No offense to anybody, hate mail, Mike Battaraco at yahoo.com. But they're not a band I can throw a CD in and listen to it. I can, but I'm not. There's some bands that they have to be live. You have to see them live.
Yep.
So it was one of them bands where I was like, okay, I'll check them out. I think it was the 2019 pre-party where I was there, and Iron Maidens played, and then I think Beasto came up next, and XYZ was going to be playing. So I watched Beasto Blanco, and they blew my fucking socks off. I was like, oh my God, I'm a huge fan now. Done. You guys are a live band. And I'd heard that people said these guys are a live band, and they were so freaking good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of them shows where I'm like, okay, it's cool that I stuck around. And that Y&T Pink Cream 69 show, I mean, Y&T is one of my favorites. And when they pulled out Slaves and Masters, I was like, this song is one of my favorite songs ever. And I'm like, this, I couldn't believe, and then Pink Cream 69 come up, and I already knew they were good, but how good they were, I was like, oh my God, these guys live was just unbelievable. Mine is, for me, it was 18 Thunder. Thunder just stole it. I mean, they were amazing. And then if I had to pick another one, 2019, I like Extreme. I've always liked them. But when you say Extreme to me, you immediately think Wholehearted. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to see him live. And people were always telling me, are you fucking nuts? You're stupid. You got to see. I'm like, I don't care, because Wholehearted comes to mind. So you don't think of all the other songs that they play that are so freaking good. So we're walking by one day on that cruise, and I heard him. I'm like, well, we're not really doing anything. Told the wife, so let's go in and check him out. And we got way in the back because they'd already started. So we sat down, and I'm like, just to sit down, have a drink or something like that, and just hang. I stayed the whole show, blown away. Yeah. Unbelievable. Nuno Betancourt is a god, and this whole band was so tight. And I was like, oh my God, why the have I not ever checked these guys out live? And it just goes to show you, go see the band. You might know who they are. I know who Extreme is. I know them. Go see them. Just because you think they're not going to be good does not mean they're not going to be good, because there's somebody going to blow you away one of these times.
Yeah, they're amazing.
They are amazing.
Sorry, coming up for a second. I just got to plug in my phone. 1 sec.
Oh, you're fine, dude. Yes, but that's why we go on the cruise, because you never know. You never know. There's going to be that one band. People say, why do you go? It's the same bands. It's not the same bands. Okay. Yeah. They might, if you string 5 or 6 cruises together, you might have the same bands.
Right.
But the performances are never, ever going to be the same. It's not a cookie cutter thing.
Right.
There's going to be something that stands out at any given show. You never know what you're going to get. Absolutely, Kimmery. I mean, Nuno I got a newfound love for that guy after that show. That guy was just so good. I mean, unbelievable. And, but yeah, just got to go. I mean, now we are, I think, 52 days out till pre-party, or 51. Something like that. Yeah. Something like that. It's getting close. I mean, you could start feeling it in your bones where you're like,
yeah, it's going to be around. It's going to be here before you know it.
Something's coming. Yeah, something big's coming. And you're like, that's right. It's supposed to. And me and Neil were talking last night on the phone, and he's like, man, I hope they do it. I hope they do it. I'm like, well, last time, I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm right, but it seemed to me like when they moved it, it was like 3 months away or 2 months away, and they moved it. It wasn't like 30 days out, and they moved it. I think they moved it pretty far in advance. So I told Neil, I was like, I think this is going to happen. I mean, really, as long as they're sailing ships, I'm almost positive it's going to happen. I mean,
Yep.
You know, so it seems like, you know, there's nothing leaning me to where I believe. The last few times I was like, I don't think they're going to do it. This time it does not. There's no feeling as I don't think they're going to do it. Nothing's shutting down. I mean, there might be travel restrictions and this and that, which I hope. How are they in Canada for you right now? The border's still open?
Right now, it's good, and this will sound bad. I think the government is waiting until after Christmas and that to do any type of thoughts of travel restrictions, because last year they put in travel restrictions, and then those SOBs went traveling. So it was. It's one of those things where, but I'm just hoping this new wave, whatever, burns out fast, and it's. But right now, everything's a go. You know, I've got all my stuff ready to go. I'm so looking forward to, you know, just getting on. Once I get on that plane from Calgary on my way to Miami, that's when I know I'll be that I'm just ready for fun.
Get on that plane now and stack up with somebody until after February, because, you know, they have to let you back in. I mean, they have to. Right? You're a citizen of Canada. So, you know, hey, I've been out of the country since I figured you were going to give me travel restrictions, so I split. You know, just to make sure you get on that boat, I'd be like, I'm out.
Worst comes to worst, I'll sneak in the Killer Dwarves equipment kit and just
there you go.
If they want me back in.
There you go. There you go. We'll put Russ in a duffel bag, and you could be like, I'm Russ.
There you go.
There you go. Hey, screw it. Restricting tours coming from coming. Oh, well, yeah. I think, I did hear that. That some tours are not allowed to happen in Canada or something. You know, it's the same with Europe right now, where they're restricting people. And I guess Australia has just been locked the fuck down since whenever. I mean, geez. I mean, haven't talked, you know, I'd love to get a hold of one of the guys in Rose Tattoo and see, hey, you guys are going to be on the ship, because they haven't said anything that they're not.
Right.
Or anything. Loudness is still on, but from now, what I understand, they canceled tours till 2023 or the end of 2022. I can't remember. But they're just pulling their whole Loudness thing again. If Loudness is on here, sorry guys, but you guys earned that title of the no shows. I mean, they don't show everywhere, dude. I mean, come on. They're supposed to be at M3 next year. I doubt they're going to be there. Supposed to be in Atlanta right before the cruise, I do believe, or right after, something like that. They're supposed to be in Atlanta. Seriously doubt it. The cruise, don't think so. So it's like they just book shows to keep their name relevant. I think. Everybody goes, Loudness, and then they go, okay, maybe next year.
They just keep the hype going and
keep the hype going. One of these days, they're going to shock the shit out of you, like Yngwie Malmsteen,
and show up.
Oh my God, they're here! You know, and they're still good. I mean, I still see footage of them. And in Japan, they still rock like hell, but it's like, I don't know. We are restricted. Stop it, Kim. We're not restricted. Don't say that word anymore. But
no restrictions.
What else? What else I got to talk about?
What have we discussed? Who are really psyched to see on the boat?
Oh yes, two bands that you're absolutely psyched to see on this cruise. Just can't wait to see them. Go ahead.
For me, Crazy Licks, and some people may find this odd, but Lit.
Really?
I've been a fan of Lit going back to their early stuff. It's just it just brings back a lot of great memories for me. And there's I can't wait to be doing like my own worst enemy up there, just going
right. I mean,
excited to see how they get received too, because they put on a hell of a good live show.
Really. I didn't think I knew who they were, but then, you know, like I said, you got to check bands out to make sure. So I kind of checked them out. I was like, oh, I know who they are. I don't like them, but I know who they are. I can't say I don't like them. It's just they were never one that I went out and bought their CDs or anything like that. But I might stop in and, I can't preach it if I don't do it. I might stop in and check out a show, check out at least a couple songs just to say, I did. And you never know. I might be like, oh my God, they were the best band on the boat.
Yeah.
Seriously doubt that because Crazy Lips is on the boat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Lit was kind of a head, when I saw them in the lineup, that was kind of a head scratcher for me.
Right. But, it is what it is. I mean,
Right.
And they seem to be really received by people where some people are going, oh my God, I can't wait to see them. Which, that comes into play where we all have different tastes.
Right.
We all might like Slayer and then Lit at the same time. Who knows? People might not get why I like a certain band. I like Barry Manilow. I mean, every now and then I like Ambrosia.
Sure.
But I also like Megadeth.
Yeah.
We all have our. It's not I like a certain genre. It's we like music. If it touches us, if we feel it, we love it.
Absolutely.
Not every band does.
More not pigeonholed.
Right. Exactly. Everybody's different. We like what we like. Let's see. Who am I looking forward to? Oh, naturally, Dangerous Toys. Hands down, Dangerous Toys. I can't really limit it to, but if I had to limit it to one band that I just cannot fucking wait to see, that would be Crazy Legs.
Yeah.
And Heat. I mean, oh my God. And Eclipse. Dangerous Toys. And okay, I'm going to be running back and forth like crazy again. I'm going to get 25,000 steps a day. You check your phones each day. You go, oh my God, I did 25,000 steps on
Exactly.
yesterday. People are like, are you on a cruise or on a marathon? It's like,
both. It's both.
Yeah, no idea. Yeah. I was like, and it's funny how we, if I do that during the week, I'm going to need a nap halfway through them steps. We don't need naps. We just, next thing you know, it's midnight, 2:00 in the morning. Yeah. You're like, holy shit, and then you wake up 6, 7 a.m. and you're like, okay, let's do this again.
Yeah.
Then you take 2 days off work when you get back, or you stay over a day in Miami. Now, either one of you plan on getting in early, and how early, or are you planning on staying a day after? Or
I'm probably coming in a day early, but I'm not going to stay late.
Okay.
I'll fly back home the afternoon that we get back in port.
Oh, wow. Okay. And that's usually what we've done.
I kind of learned, the first 3 cruises that I was on usually went in a day ahead. So I'd be there for usually the pre-cruise before we hit the boat.
Right. Exactly.
This year I'm flying in on the Sunday.
Oh, nice. 2 days in.
Because I've been to Miami now. This will be my 4th time, and I've never really seen Miami.
Exactly.
So, looking forward to this, and also just be able to hang out and just chill because it's usually been a rush. I'd leave. Usually it was Edmonton. I was flying out of at 6 a.m. and with connections, I'd get into Miami like an hour and a half before the pre-party starts.
Right.
And then it's like get there, change, pre-party, and then it's like 1 or 2.
Go.
Yeah. Yep.
And and that's the truth. You got to get in a day early. I'm learning that. I'm like, we're gonna get in Monday. I think we're gonna get in Monday. I wanted to get in Saturday, but my wife's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" But and then I want to stay a couple days, at least the day after. I might leave Tuesday. But I've been learning. The first cruise it was get in, pre-parties that night. I remember showing up. Pre-party was that night, and I had to change the chart. Blah, blah, blah. Pre-party, blah, 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 go get on the ship. Blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, it's over with. And you met people, but you didn't seem to spend a lot of time with them.
Right.
And if I caught you at a show, and I tell people, hey, if I see you, I see you. Okay. Well, then 2019, I learned, you know what? It was right after I got off the ship in 18. It's like, you know what? Next time I've got to take that. Hey, let's plan a dinner, and get 10 of us in the dining room and just sit down. One year I missed Lillian Axe sitting down with Bradley and his wife and Casey Powell and his wife.
Oh, I missed Casey.
I know.
God, I love those guys.
Nothing nothing would. It's seeing Lillian acts. I've seen her after that now, but you can't take that time away where I got to sit there with them four,
right,
and bullshit, and just get to know them even more, and this and that. You need that memory. So we have learned to take 2-3 nights out of the 5 nights, or do a breakfast, or do a midday. Hey, let's stop and meet here, or do this or do that, or plan something, or plan to all go to the same show at once.
Yeah.
Where we're all together, and we don't see each other now. It's been almost 2 years since we've all seen each other. We're going to be back on this boat. So the best thing is, make that time for people, so you don't leave. You never know. You might be 2 years before we're back again.
Absolutely.
And I make it a point now, because it's just, even going to other shows, you sit there and, I'll make it a point to step back a little bit. If I miss a song or two, just because I'm chatting with somebody, so be it. I'll catch the song or two next time they play. I'm sure of it. Yeah. But I you need to get that memory. We all say it's, the people, the bands are a backdrop. The people are the main thing. Well, make it about the people, and a lot of people do. I'm not preaching that, other people don't know. They've told me, dude, you've got to. And these are veteran cruisers that have learned before I did. Dude, you got to slow down, and take time for your friends, take time for the people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you don't regret it.
The first cruise, I ran my ass off. Like I had to see every show, every band. And I learned after that to not, I don't do that so much anymore at all.
Right.
I just kind of go with the flow. You hang out with somebody here, hang out with somebody here. If you miss 1 or 2 bands that you wanted to see, it's really, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
Right. I mean, if worse comes to worse, you can look up their performance on YouTube,
right,
if you really had to see what they were going to do.
Yeah.
But the connections that you make with people, I mean, they're lifelong, really.
Right.
Yep.
And that's why I do this, is because I miss people. So I want to talk to them, and they'll be like, hey, who wants to hang out with me tonight? Let's hang out, bullshit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. I mean, anything else you guys want to talk about? I mean, we're up to over an hour now. Oh, go ahead.
For my first experience, my brother had ingrained in my head is always take that day that the boat arrives back. This will be my 4th year again, where I just stay in Miami for the day and just decompress, and then head out the next day. That's what I've been lucky enough to be able to do. Because I know some folks, you got to get back. This year it's going to be Valentine's Day, so I know there's a lot of people that are getting their stuff done. So,
I think that's why me and the wife are going to stay, decompress, and hang. It's Valentine's Day. You're getting off the boat on 13th, and then the next day is Valentine's Day. It's like, just let's hang out. Let's do something.
I'm single, so I don't have to worry about that.
Well, then you go find a Valentine's Day date. Hey, man,
why would I want to do that?
You just wear a Monsters of Rock cruise shirt. Somebody's going to come up to you and be like, "Oh my God, you were on that boat." And be like, "Yes, I'm one of the band guys. I owned that shit." And then
that's right.
We got a date.
Well, that's like the 18 cruise, where it was over the Valentine's Day weekend, or over Valentine's Day. So they had like a Valentine's Day singles mixer.
Oh wow,
which was kind of fun.
Oh wait, yes, I do remember that.
And it was. I thought it was a blast. I had a blast on that cruise. I had devil horns and angel wings, and I was.
I think I remember seeing a picture of that. I was like, I know him. That was crazy. Yeah, that was Valentine's Day was part of that cruise. I think we got off that on the 15th or the 16th.
Yeah,
I can't remember, but Valentine's Day was like the 2nd or 3rd day. Might have been the 3rd day. I'll have to look it up. Somebody will tell me I'm wrong.
And we'll have a Super Bowl going on. Too.
Yeah.
Also,
that's the last day.
Yeah, the last day is Super Bowl. Our last day on the boat is Super Bowl.
Good, sweet. all the venues will be cleared out. I'll have front row for everything. I don't give a shit about the Super Bowl. Steelers ain't going to be in it. I don't care.
I know, brother. It was
there we go.
There we go. It was we won today. Tough game, but we won.
Did we? I haven't even watched the game this year. I mean, I haven't even watched the game. I've ever since they did all these rule changes and you can't touch people, and it's like it ain't even football anymore. Days of Jack Lambert and
man,
them was football.
Yeah.
Now it's like don't touch me.
Right.
It's not football.
Yeah. The great days of Greg Lloyd and
Greg
Harrison.
Lloyd.
Oh
my God, dude. You had the purple people eaters. I mean, you don't have defensive names like that anymore. It's like the crybabies and I can't watch football anymore. I mean, nowadays, no, I'm not even getting into that. I can't. I like the Steelers. I love the Steelers, but I just can't watch them. I mean, and Ben's retiring this year, so it's I don't think we have a quarterback in the running that's even going to be worth a shit.
No.
They're either going to have to draft or they're going to have to pay some money for someone next year.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. Well, this was a blast. Thank you for coming on here. And
thanks a lot, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, absolutely. If we do it again, we do it again. I'm probably going to be doing things from the ship. So we're going to see. I'm not taking Tony's job and doing that. No way. That's Tony. Tony's the guy with that.
I can't wait to see him. Man. He said he has a nutcracker for me. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I have one.
Yeah, I've got one.
He got me Eddie one.
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic. I love that. That guy's got one of the biggest hearts of anybody I've ever met. And I mean, he floors me anytime he talks. I love
I've always said John Karabi might be the mayor of the cruise, but Tony Garcia is the ambassador.
He really is. Yeah, and I'll go all day long with that. Tony Garcia he's the face.
He's the ambassador.
He's the ambassador of the Monsters of Rock cruise. He does so much for the cruise and promotes it so much. Yeah. And he's a great dude. I mean, I love him.
He is.
Tony's got to get on here. I mean,
yes,
but he's way up here. I mean, one day I'll be like worthy of having Tony Garcia on here. Come on, Tony, please.
And that'll be your biggest episode. That'll be your biggest episode.
Everybody will be here. I mean, everybody will come. They'll be like, Tony's on. Tony, I'm begging you, please. If anybody knows Tony, please tell him to do this. Need him.
I'm pretty sure if you asked him, he'd be all over it.
All day long. I like to wait till somebody asks comes to me. I don't like to put people on the spot, except for today. I put Lisa on the spot, so she's going to be on. But usually people will come to me. But now it's like, okay, I'm reaching out to you, but maybe get Tony on as we get closer. Probably the 15th. I want to do like a Saturday before we get on.
Bam.
Just keep rolling with it next week, not do any, but just keep it going, get that vibe, because we're all itching right now. Oh my God.
Yep. So, I'm ready.
I always joke for every flake of snow that I see out there, it's going to make every grain of sand underneath my feet that much sweeter in February.
Bam. Exactly.
There you go.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys go. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks a lot, man.
So much. This has been awesome.
Thank you. I'm glad you guys did it. I'm going to leave with a tune from, I'll be back after the tune, but I know Facebook will probably mute it in the replays, but we're just going to leave with a tune. A new artist that we were talking about earlier, that Danny Rexon from Crazy Legs kind of found over there in London. And her name is Ches Kane, and I'm hoping one day they put her Larry gets her on the boat. But I just want to showcase her a little bit on here in case you haven't heard of her or haven't known about her yet. Here you go. I can't figure out which song to play, so I'll probably play Rocket on the radio just because that's a great song. If you haven't heard of her, Ches Kane. I'm a big advocate for check all music out. That's her debut album. It's absolutely fantastic. Just got her voice is amazing. So everybody check this out, and I'll be back to say goodbye in a minute. Thank you very much, you two. You can stick around, check out the video, and we will be right back.
Happy holidays, everybody. Safe 22.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace and rock.
I was cruising with the windows down, out of
I love her. I mean, somebody, Tony Dio, turned me on to her. I've heard her name and this and that, but he told me he loved her. He said, dude, you got to check her out. So I did. And ever since then, been a fan. I hope she gets on the cruise one day because she's over there in London, England, or around London. So it'll be hard for her to get here to the States. So one day, maybe Larry, get her on the boat. She's good. She's working on her second album. Follow up to this one. Bam. If you don't have it, get it. It's so fucking good. But I have a show coming up. Haven't set the date yet. Dave Stabley, Gina DeMasi. Oh, Gina probably doesn't know it yet because Lisa hasn't told her. But Gina, hey, guess what? You're doing a show. And Lisa Benito Tarone. Hopefully I said that right. I know I did. They're going to be on one of these shows. Probably have somebody else on, maybe just do them three. It's going to be a blast. Dave Stabley, just fantastic dude. Reached out to me the other day, and I was like, absolutely, dude. Got to have him on. He's one of the behind-the-scenes guys. It'll basically be a meet the staff kind of thing because they, believe it or not, they are the ones that make it happen. Dave Stabley is behind the scenes, and I can't wait to hear what he does. I only know a little bit about what he does, but he does so much. For the cruise, to make our vacations so much better and to knock it out of the park, and he does every single time. And then Lisa and Gina, they do all kinds of stuff. Rock and cocktail competition, cooking with rock stars, everything. I mean, Lisa does everything. Lisa and Gina, they're just all over the place all the time. So that will be coming up. I'm hoping to do it on the 8th of January, get through the holidays, and then do it on the 8th, Saturday the 8th, but I haven't touched base with them. I'm pretty sure it's okay, but I will post it, and we will have it. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everybody. See you in about 51 days. But we'll be back in a couple weeks. On my page, I'll have Spread Eagle on all the guys from Spread Eagle, Rig, Ziv, Ray, Rob, all going to be on talking new album. So all the guys from the band Spread Eagle will be on the Rockin' with B-Rock page this Thursday, the 23rd at 7:30, I do believe. So tune into that. Ray West, all the guys, Spread Eagle, fantastic band. Can't wait to sit down and chat with them and get all the details on when the new album drops, when everything's going to happen. Exclusively, I got this. So I was really pumped to have that. Plus, there are other things in the work. Might have Chess Kane on. I've been talking to her, so she's going to be doing one for me. But tune back in, join the page, keep in the know. I'm trying to get whoever you want me to get and whoever you need to hear, whoever you want to learn about, I get them on. Anyway, have a good rest of your Sunday night. Thank you for being here, and I cannot wait to see all of you on the cruise. 2022. Oh my God, it's going to be a blast. If you don't have your cabin, get it and stop selling your cabins. Just get on the cruise. Let's do this. Can't wait to see everybody. Y'all have a good night, and thank you for being here.